Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. What's coming next? The pump that is coming next. Most people that are sitting here in XRP, and of course they're all dumping on XRP because we're around that what, 2.95 to $3, and we've been consolidated in there. I'm going to tell you right now, it is going to shock the dickens out of most people. I really do believe it. And not only that, there are a lot of TA guys right now, and I've got a few articles. You are going to want to read those. I'm going to put them right down in here. How right now we're at a point with XRP that it has absolutely retraced what we have done in prior cycles. And a lot of these guys are saying, hey, anywhere from 27 to like $140. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you see any kind of numbers come out for XRP like that, is it going to literally floor so many people? I mean, literally, it's going to be one of those situations, where you see a nuclear bomb go off and everybody just boof falls flat on their face. That's what I think is going to happen. And of course, you got all these people lined up that have been out there fudding XRP for, basically the whole entire time we've been in the space, that's for sure. Now, you just think about this. How many of those fuzzers that were putting down XRP when it was like 17 cents, 20 cents, 25 cents, would you not love to be buying XRP right now at those prices? Of course you would. Now, for those of us that knew about XRP back in the day, and we weren't letting ourselves get shaken out, and we had that conviction, boy, did we ever gobble up like crazy. Think about it. At one point it only cost $1,700. Judy and I bought XRP when it was down there at that 17-cent range. I mean, come on, we were buying XRP before the lawsuit was ever laid down. When the lawsuit came in, the thing dropped to 17.48 cents. And you think about the fact that you could have picked up 10,000 XRP for $1,700, and today you're having to spend $30,000 to get the same amount. That is a big time deal. And do I think that down the road, yeah, the guy's buying, XRP at $3 right now, and you're working your tail off to get to that 10,000 XRP. I'm going to tell you something. I believe you're going to thank your lucky stars when you do, because down the road, when you think about this, XRP gets to $10, guys, just to get 10,000 XRP, what's that going to cost? That's going to cost someone $100,000. How many folks do you really believe are going to be able to buy 10,000 XRP even at $10? Then you got $20, $30, on and on. $30 at $30, it's going to cost $300,000 to buy just 10,000 XRP, and I believe those days are coming. Absolutely for sure. And this is where, when we see these dips, when it does dip down and you're able to get out there and absolutely reach these accumulation goals of yours, that is what Judy and I did. I mean, we bought in those dips, and I am so grateful and so glad that we did, because I'll tell you guys, it's revolutionized our lives. It has revolutionized our lives. And this is the reason why we even started this channel. You go back and you watch the very first video that I ever put out, and I'm going to tell you right there, you're going to see the reason that we put this channel. And even back then, we had decided we're not having any sponsors, guys. We're not doing that. Why? Because I wanted to get out there and give you the genuine goods. That's why. Where you don't have to worry about someone as padding my pockets to come out and tell you what I believe about XRP. Now, I have been asked, I don't know how many times people have emailed me. They put it in the comments, all that. Oh, well, come on. Is Ripple paying you directly or even indirectly to talk about XRP? And no, guys, they are not, nor is anybody else. And we have had offers for sure to actually, shill all kinds of tokens on the channel. Offered us thousands of dollars. Nope, we don't do it. Ripple has never, and I mean never, not even once, have they ever offered me 1 red cent to talk about XRP. And I have met David Schwartz personally. I have met Brad Garlinghouse personally. In fact, both of them signed my hat. I got, way back in there, and I got it up behind plexiglass, the hat that they signed. But, my family has met Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz, and I've met so many other people. I've met Michael Arrington, and he signed my hat. Guys, we have met so many, folks in this space. And, these guys, as far as I'm concerned, by the way, as friendly could be. But not one of them has ever turned around and said, oh, hey, David, really like what you're doing. We want to offer you this and this and that. It's not at all. And so, guys, when you're listening to me, I'm going to tell you, you're getting my 100%. Now, I'm going to say this. biased opinion. I had some guy write me, David, I think you mean unbiased because, I'm like, no, I mean biased. I mean that I have, I am not objective. I have done my research. I believe wholeheartedly in XRP. And I've been around this, space a long, long time. They have tried to shake us out like crazy, of course, and scare us and intimidate us and on and on and on and everything. I mean, come on, having lived through that entire lawsuit. But when the lawsuit came down, I absolutely believed, I thought there is no way that they are going to turn around and classify XRP as a security. There's something else going on here. And think about this. Not only did they go and drop the lawsuit, but every exchange in the US save Uphold. What did they do? Well, they went out there and they absolutely stopped selling it, didn't they? They delisted it. Now, when you think about that, why, oh, why would Coinbase, Kraken, and all this and that, they used it as an excuse that, oh, well, hey, we're afraid of the SEC. Now, maybe they may have been, but I honestly believe, because the Uphold didn't do it, did they? I believe that that was a way to prevent a lot of you and I, grassroots folks, from having the ability to get out there and purchase XRP. But even in that environment, if you can imagine this, cut out of the world's greatest marketplace. Do you know what happened to XRP? Did a 1,200% return. Went from that 17.48 cents that it plummeted down to a buck 97 in only 4 short months. That is absolutely phenomenal, guys. And what these folks are saying, these TA guys, is that, hey, we're mirroring what we've seen before, and it could literally fly off and big time. Now, if that should happen, the way that which they're saying, like I said, that is going to be such a shock to the system because a lot of people, they're not ready for it, guys. They're not even close to being ready for it. And I love to say it's going to leave these fudsters standing on the platform. The train will have left the station. Their hands are going to be in their pockets and their jaws are going to be on the floor. They are going to be literally gobsmacked. I genuinely do believe that. And we have been holding out for it. And guys, I can't wait for you. I cannot wait for you to literally see it, to absolutely live through your own bull run. And why? Because you've been hearing me say, hey, you can practically not even digest it. It's going to be like this. It's going to be like that. And I know a lot of you are thinking, well, is the guy true? Is it really going to be like? I'm telling you guys, it'll be something like you have never seen. And do I believe that this next run, I think this next one is going to be the biggest one that we have ever seen for an alt season. I genuinely do believe that. And the thing is this, though. How long will this season last? Now, I am not a big subscriber of that whole 4-year cycle theory. Guys, I'm not. Why? Because in our bull run, it would happen in April. Those guys were calling for December. Well, I'll tell you what, that's an 8-month miss, right? That's missing it by a mile. So I don't subscribe to it anymore. And I think about this. Look, we could have a season that pumps us up to some of these double digits that we're talking about. And from there, yeah, it could very well retrace. But then, guys, the seasons don't have to be waiting no 4 years. We could see another one literally within another 12 to 18 months, and bam, we could literally be on like Donkey Kong. You just imagine all these ETFs going down. And then you see all the banks and everything else, and you see the whole economy switching over to this new distributed ledger technology and this digital economy that they prepared for us. I'm going to tell you right now, in that environment, do I ever believe that we are going to see numbers that are going to melt people's brains? It is really going to be something else, because $100, $200, $300 XRP, yeah, I believe it could possibly get there. And in that environment, of course, where we have, all the adoption and all the application, where people are literally using it, where it's as seamless as can be. These, like I always talk about these cell phones. Look, they came out in 2007. Now that you don't matter where you are in the world, everybody has one. Well, guys, how many people do you think globally are utilizing XRP like you and I are investing in it right now? Do you know how small that is? And in fact, to be a 10% holder in XRP, all you got to hold is something like 23 or 2400 XRP. I'm going to tell you, when the wide world is piling in, and it is the backbone of the new digital economy, where it's all the money, you are going to be dumbfounded. You are not only you, but your kids, your grandkids, and on, I believe, are going to thank you that you had the good sense to actually get into this asset class. I do believe that. This, in my mind, as I've loved to say, is going to represent probably the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. I really, really, really do believe it, guys, and I want you to make it. I want you to make it, and how? Now, guys, get down there and read those articles because that's going to be a big deal. I put the articles down there so you guys can actually see where I get the information and read it for yourself. Go out there and research it. You're getting my biased opinion. Go and build one of your own based on what's there. Don't just take my word for it, because if I can talk you into it, certainly someone else can talk you out of it. Now, having said all that, one of the things that I have encouraged people to do, think about your off ramps, guys, because I'll tell you, when this thing really does go down, it's a race to the proverbial trough. And all of these exchanges, like Coinbase, like Kraken, like Uphold, the servers would go down. You couldn't even get on them and all that kind of stuff. And that's why I get out and advocate for Caleb and Brown. I've been with Caleb and Brown since 2020, guys. I've been with them a long, long time. And I'll tell you what a comfort it is to be able to pick up the phone and talk to your broker when most folks can't even log on to their account, because you're going to want to be able to execute your plan when it happens. And that's where having a benefit like that is so vitally important. And you're not having to cancel your other accounts, but you can have this one as well. And it could be a big, big deal. Now, we've got a link right down in the description of every one of these videos where you can sign up for Caleb and Brown. And guys, full transparency, if you use that link, they pay us a referral fee if you use that link. But whether you use the link or not, check them out and see whether or not they're going to be a viable alternative for you, because I'll tell you, when that day comes, you're going to want as many options as you possibly can have. That is for sure. So guys, I'll tell you what, lots of exciting stuff happening in this XRP ecosystem. Do not let yourself get all fudded out just because you see these dips. Those dips, guys, are opportunities. That's what I believe. And until tomorrow, when we're going to have another fantastic video for you, guys, have a fabulous one and take care.